and they like hit one right away. So we're like, we need one more corner, and there ended up being like three more. So we're like, everybody was like in the box. It was so funny. Everyone's like, this is great. Like, congrats, like this and that. I'm like, yeah, I've hit way bigger bets than this, but I've never been on soccer, so it's kind of sick. But
I'm addicted to it now, though.
yeah, dude, I was like, I'm one and done, man. Like, I'm never betting on soccer again. I have no idea what's going on. Like, I'm just like, that was just like a $5 bet, won like 70, $80. So I was like, I'll take it, like just to throw it in there, just to enjoy the game. But it was fun, like seeing everybody from her job and everybody too. But yeah, it's been a fun weekend, and today just yard work and hanging out back. So watching the race. Reddick, yeah, there's another one. Took Reddick to win the race too. So
No shit.
cheers.
There you go, buddy. Well, that was our football talk.
And NASCAR, a little bit of NASCAR.
A little,
But
little
yeah.
bit. I'm actually paying me to come on this and leave the UF game.
Are they is that game on right now?
Yeah, they're trailing.
Hmm.
Well, the last time I checked, they're trailing.
Put up my phone.
I can't watch, otherwise I'm gonna be sitting here just watching this. I'm not gonna be paying attention.
Yeah, I won't put it on my phone then. What was the score? The game, it was a late game. Was it a 9 o'clock game, 9:15, something like that?
7:25, I think
Was that game still go?
they were trailing by like 4 points when I just left.
Did you make a bracket?
No, I never do that shit. I don't you know
Come
what?
on,
This is the time of year that we're really crunching the rookies.
man. Well, my bracket just went down, so I wonder what I lost here.
UF lose?
No, they're down by 1 with 8 minutes to go, a lot of time. Somebody lost. UVA lost to Tennessee.
Wow. I saw, Kentucky went down to St.
Yeah.
Rick Pitino.
Yep. Well, it's a good thing I got Iowa State to beat Tennessee, so I guess I'm okay. But yeah,
So,
Virginia.
before we get too far into the weeds on this, we're gonna talk some rookies today. You're listening to Fluent Football. Buddy, let's dive in. We got episode 2.
Yeah, Bryce might jump on at some point, but we don't know where he's actually at right now.
Yeah, I think he's recovering from 7 hours of golf.
That'll wear you out in Florida, that's for sure.
Yeah. But, no, I didn't make a bracket. Every time I do it, bust. I don't know what I'm
I mean,
watching.
it's never
I don't
good, but
follow basketball.
you gotta get a few buddies in there, you know?
This is like my chance to watch a sport I don't give a shit about and just enjoy the sport. You know what I mean? Like I don't follow basketball hardly. I follow UF sports, so I cheer them on, especially when they're good. But then and then beginning of the tournament, I'll find like the guys that are fun or they're making memes of, and they'll be the ones I root for. Like that's really what
Yeah,
that's
like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
yeah. I was watching him last night the night before. It was awesome.
He was a legend last year, and he's back this year, but I mean, he's done. Like, I think he knows. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't
Yeah.
really know basketball like that, but I'm assuming like this guy's not going to the draft.
I mean, I was watching him. It looked all right, but that you just took the words out of my mouth. I have no idea who is going to the next level or not. Like, they could be some
No.
guy that I'm like, wow, this guy's so good, and they're like, oh, he sucks. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
I
about?
mean,
Like,
dude,
that's
look
all
at
I
the
know.
kid on Florida right now. He's what, 7'9", 7'8"?
Apparently, he sucks. He doesn't even come off the bench.
Yeah, dude, he's a unit. Like the kid that was standing next to him in like that video, he was 6'8".
Yeah, I
That kid
saw
was
that.
6'8", and he's like, what are you? He was like, this is ridiculous. It's
You don't
insane.
even think like, okay, you don't even think 13 inches is a lot, no Holmes, but but seeing that image, I'm like, bro, there's no way that kid's 6'8". You know, they're saying he's 6'8". I'm like, look how crazy of a height difference that
Look at
is.
the height difference, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if that's accurate, I mean, it's kinda it does blow your mind when you actually see it. It's like,
I mean,
holy
dude, just think of it as a truck, like a truck bed. Like, so we got 5-inch beds or 5-foot beds. People got 6. Like that extra foot. But now you look at it, you're like, yeah, that extra foot makes
yeah.
difference. It makes difference, man. Yeah, that was yeah. I don't know. It's been cool to watch. I mean, I really honestly haven't followed. I really watch basketball, period. But like, I haven't this year, especially, dude. I haven't watched anything. So I was like, I just make a bracket just for shits and giggles and see what happens. But right now, I'm in like the 98th percentile. So I mean, I guess I'm
Your
doing
bracket?
yeah, yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. I mean, the Virginia game kind of screwed me, but I've
Did you
got
have Did you have High Point beating Wisconsin?
No, I didn't. I had
Okay, I
Wisconsin
said
winning
you'd
that
probably
game.
be 100% right now.
Yeah. Also, we were talking about it last night. I didn't know High Point was like Disney World for like college people. Like that school is ridiculous.
What do you
And
mean?
it's like an hour and a half away from my house. Like that school's dude, it's unbelievable. Like they have everything.
What's that?
Like dude, it's like apparently it's like crazy private. Great basketball school, I guess, apparently. And
No,
dude,
I they're not supposed to be that good. That's how I
yeah,
understood it, so I'm not
I
about
didn't know anything. I'd hear about High Point like here and there, and I was like, okay, it's just another college. It's like it's kind of like University of Miami. Like UM was always like, oh yeah, it's UM, but UM's like extremely nice, like
Yeah,
beautiful
right.
school. Yeah, like Coral Gables, but like, dude, like High Point's like apparently like 3 times like nicer. Like they have everything. Like they have like Steak 40 or Steak 74 or 47 like on campus, and like, dude, it's wild apparently from what I've been like
What?
reading.
Steak 47?
It's like fucking it's nicer than like Ruth's Chris. It's like insane. Like it's like the cafeteria is nuts. They have like steak dinners, and dude,
What?
yeah, it's wild, bro. I'm telling you, you got to look it up. It's kind of nuts. It's
We
kind
should
of
go
insane.
there.
I
We
had
should
no
go
idea. I
bachelor
had
party. Steak.
Yeah, I'm about to just drive up and be like, "Yeah, I was in like this frat. Like, let's see what it's all about," and just have them just pay for a steak dinner, and I can just go home. But
I'd
yeah,
like to roll so I can get a steak.
yeah, should someone pay for my dinner? Like, I go to college here. If I shave my face, I guarantee you they'd think I'm a college student for sure. They probably think I am now with my face. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, March Madness is going on. Cool. It's like kind of like there hasn't been any big upsets. I guess High Point's been the biggest one. So I mean,
Yeah, sure. That was for sure. That was like a 15 and what,
yeah.
a 2?
Yeah, I guess really there really hasn't been, like, much to talk about that way. I mean, we don't really know it much anyways, but it's not like there's any big upsets going on, like the McNeese stuff, like, a few years ago, so
No,
the
it seems like
that's
this year, like, the
rolling.
actual basketball is better though. Like, I'm actually like it seems like
Yeah.
people are fighting and stuff, like, it's good games, you know?
I think some teams caught up, though. I don't know if teams have gotten worse, but I think it's more like teams have caught up a little bit with the NIL stuff, which as much as I wanna bitch about the NIL, like, I feel like maybe it's helped in basketball. And
I don't know.
maybe that's the thing. I mean, I don't know, but, like, that's kinda like you said, it's a little more even, I guess you like, it's a little more tight. The game's a little more tight these days.
I don't know
Yeah.
how the landscape looks after NIL with basketball, but I mean, it tracks if it was like that with football wise and not like that with basketball.
It'd be nice if it was like that with football, but
Oh, what are you talking about, dude? Indiana just won the championship.
yeah, but like Indiana was sick all year though. Like they were nasty all year.
It sucked forever, dude. Like that the fact Indiana just won is like a glaring like
It's a coat. I mean,
everything has changed.
as much as I'm not a Signetti fan, man, I think it's a big coaching thing. And I'm not
Oh,
saying that
100%.
nothing wrong with Mendoza. Like Mendoza's a great quarterback, but like you get him with Mendoza, like bang, like we see in the NFL. It's the same thing. Like you get a coach and a quarterback, you're good. You know what I mean? Like if it works, it works, and that's how it goes.
Here's my question. NIL money never comes in. They never approve it. We're still going off of classic recruiting, and people are, now they're relying on the transfer portal. You know,
Yeah,
no NIL money. Does Indiana win the championship this year?
I do.
Yeah, you're crazy, dude. I think you're crazy.
I don't think they dude, I really don't think they had that many guys paid, if I'm being honest, like, I really don't.
I think they threw a shit ton of money at it, from what I understand.
I don't know. I mean, I stopped following all the NIL shit, like, it was just, like, what it was for me, so, like, I don't really know, but, like, when Signetti came in, I mean, were they paying Mendoza? Like, that's my question. They weren't
I
paying
they,
Surratt.
they
I mean,
had to pay Mendoza because he left UCLA and he came to Indiana. Like you're not doing that unless you're getting a paycheck.
they did it before the NIL. Guys were transferring to schools, so, I mean,
Yeah, but not Indiana, Ed. Indiana has sucked forever, dude.
yeah, you think
Forever.
UCLA's been any better? I mean, they've been great.
No, but you're in California. I mean, UCLA has had their team. It's like decent teams. Not anywhere near Indiana, bro. Indiana
No,
was like
they've
bootlicker,
close.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
bad, bad, and like
Like,
bad for. We're going on 3 months. I haven't looked into this in 3 months, like, the stats I'm gonna screw up. I'm not even gonna get into it because we're gonna
No,
fuck ourselves.
we don't even need to.
But I know for a fact Indiana has been terrible. NIL changes, they get Cignetti, and now they're a championship team. Like, I just don't think that happens without luring some of these players in with money.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But I'm telling you, like some of the guys that were already there, they weren't leaving. Like you already had Surratt, he wasn't leaving. Mendoza was already there. Well, I guess not. You said he came from UCLA. Mendoza did.
He came from
Where
UCLA?
does brother come from then?
I
Was his
don't know.
brother already there?
I don't think so. There's like a core set of players that played at JMU with Cignetti, and when he came to Indiana, he brought those guys with him. I think I think Surratt is one of those guys. It was either Surratt or Amari Cooper Jr. Omar Cooper Jr. Omar Cooper Jr.
Omar, yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, I still think I don't know. Maybe
Hey,
yeah, take the NIL out of it. I mean, I don't know the whole logistics of all the NIL stuff to that extent, but
do this tonight. Read some of the articles they wrote about Indiana once they won, because like it is some interesting shit. Like when they start breaking it down, it is some crazy shit. Like crazy how like it was obviously it didn't happen just because of NIL. This is a perfect storm of Cignetti and the guys he built around and his
yeah.
recruiting, his
I mean,
coaching style,
100%.
everything. But I just don't know if they get over that hump without the NIL money.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I can say the same thing about Miami, which I honestly knew when I
100%.
called this. I mean, you both knew this. When the NIL stuff came in and everybody was like, these SEC teams are doing like they're just that good and the Big Ten's that good. And granted, those teams all have money to spend. But all the teams, all these private schools, like me and you had said, Miami being one of them, I was like, just wait. I said, Miami will be right back because you want to talk about a school that's got money. That's a private school that nobody knows it's a private school. They just know Miami is just like, oh, Miami's, you know? I'm like, people didn't know like what actually was that school. And like back in the day, nobody like it was just what it was, like all the shit that had gone on. They didn't know, like, how expensive that school is to go it's like $60,000 a year, probably way more now. Like, when we
I
were
would
going to college, it was like 60 grand. So, like, it's probably way more than that now. And I was like, but we knew. I was like, NIL's coming. I said, Miami's going to be right back up top. Money's not an issue. They're going to spend the money. They don't give a shit. They're going to bring that team right back. And what happened this year?
well,
National
yeah,
championship straight through. Like, it's gave them 1 year to like build the team, got shafted out of the playoffs with Cam Ward, and then they were in the national championship year thereafter. So it's like,
they imploded, which they were famous for also that year. I mean, they lost to some teams they shouldn't have lost to. The
they
same thing
should
they
have.
did this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean, really, they barely squeaked in. I mean, their defense is legit. I mean, I think it's, I don't want to say anything on Cam Ward, but like, I think the defense really carried them both years. But
I think
now
it's a better team.
you lost a few. I think Cam Ward was a better player than, if you would have put Cam Ward on the team that was this year, I think it would have been a
I was
completely
about to say
different team. I think they would
I
have
was
had a better chance.
absolutely. I was about to say
But
the same. I think it's a better team this year other than the QB position.
100%. Yeah, and nothing against Carson Beck. Like Carson Beck, like I doubted him. He did what he had to do. But like when it came down to that game, I mean, it just you knew who the better team was. I mean, that's just what it was, man. It was just like you knew the better. It's like the Super Bowl, the Seahawks and the Patriots. It was evident the first 5-10 minutes of that game who the better team was, and we saw it. I mean, that's just what happened in both of those games.
Indiana was here's and just a touch on Carson Beck. I'm a lot of guys, a lot of people hate him, dude. Say he sucks, whatever. I'm not a fan of Carson Beck, but he does. There's got to be something there that somebody could tap into because like
He's just got the, and I think me and you have talked about it before, but in my opinion, and it won't happen because of what he already has, but the way that he plays and how he can play and the way he distributes the ball and makes some plays like running the ball, he reminds me of just a straight up Sean Tate quarterback. But because
Yeah.
Bo Nix is on that team, he's not going to go there. If he does, great backup to have. But I just think it would hurt him a little bit. But if I look at any coach right now, and you can just tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if you can think of anybody else, I think if Carson Beck went to a Broncos style team with Sean Payton, it would be the same situation that kind of Bo Nix is right now. But that's just my opinion on it. I just don't really see him in my head like going anywhere else if he got drafted. It would be the Broncos just because of the style that they run.
I could see Miami keeping him in his own backyard. I could see Miami keeping him or taking him like in the 5th round, 6th round to keep him in Miami.
I agree with that, but do you think like the offense can like do what he does? Like I think like best
Who
suited.
knows what that offense is right now? Who
Yeah,
knows?
we don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. Yeah, we
Well,
don't.
no, if they take Carson Beck late, I could see, there being somewhat of a plan. Maybe not like I think Carson Beck is gonna be a career backup in this league. I don't think he's bad though. I mean,
Yeah,
like bright spots. So I'm saying it depends on where he goes. He can go somewhere that you just said, a Sean Payton offense. Like he could easily go to the Broncos. I agree with you on that. That makes a little sense. I mean, if you want to, Bo Nix is a great comparison with to to Carson Beck. I mean, I don't think that everybody would like think that's like a no brainer because like there are differences in their game, but
yeah,
like
yeah. Like
pretty good.
the running aspect of it and all. Yeah, 100%.
They're a
But
little older out of college, a little like people are kind of
yeah,
doubting their skills. He goes with Sean Payton. Sean Payton lays a plan out that Bo Nix was able to grasp and able to execute on. I mean, Bo Nix goes down with an injury. I would hate to see that. I love Bo Nix. He goes down with an injury. They got Carson Beck as a backup. Carson Beck balls out with Sean Payton, and all of a sudden now they're moving him in the offseason for a haul or at least a good Carson Beck
yeah,
haul. And now it gets interesting for the next team.
yeah. That's all I'm saying with him. I could just see him like system wise, what we've seen from Carson Beck. I just think best fit to my knowledge right now would be that Sean Payton offense. Like I think he could execute that better than a lot of other teams that he would go to, in
I
my
would
opinion.
I'd be more interested in seeing him go somewhere he might play. Like honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him go to Carolina. If Bryce Young is just fucking terrible 4 games in,
Andy Dalton's gone now, so you
I
never
would think
know.
they're probably gonna draft somebody to be a backup at the least. I don't think anybody's planning in that organization for Bryce Young to be ass, but I mean Bryce Young is not a sure thing right now. I mean, I
No,
could see
I mean, he hasn't been
Carson
for
Beck getting drafted over there and getting a shot. I would like to see him get a shot. There's no guarantee he gets a shot with the Broncos. I mean, there's no
no,
way he dethrones Bo
not a
Nix.
chance unless Bo Nix goes down or like Bo Nix isn't ready to go beginning of the season, and they're like, "Hey, kid, here you go." Sean Payton's like he's ready to go. Throw him out there, see what he's got, and then you just
Or that
figure
could
it out. But
that could happen on 32 teams. Carson Beck could probably back up 32 teams right now.
yeah, yeah, I think he could. I think he could. I think he's just a very good. I think he's a system quarterback. So I don't think you can just throw him out there and just be like, here you go. Like you're not throwing me the Eagles offense and tell him to go. Like it's just not gonna work.
I think
Like he's gotta go to like probably the Giants too. It ain't gonna work with the Giants. It wouldn't work with the Cowboys. It wouldn't work with a lot of teams. But like the Dolphins, we don't know what their offense is, but yeah, maybe it could work. I think coaching depending, it's a system thing, I think for me, is what you look at and what you see. But like I said, in my head it would be the Broncos, even as a backup. I think I'd be a hell of a backup for the Broncos. I just see Sean Payton being like, yeah, you see what Bo Nix is doing? You're him. You just can't move as much, so you gotta be a little bit better in the pocket.
he's got dude.
And that's it.
Sirach or not Sirach. Carson Beck can move a little bit.
He
I mean,
can. I mean,
he's not a pocket passer by any means.
no,
Like
I mean, he can move, but I think from what I've seen, I think Bo Nix, I mean, what we've seen with Bo Nix, he can move around the pocket a little bit more.
I think Bo Nix is just a gamer, dude. Bo Nix is just
Yeah.
wants it more than anybody else on that field. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I think he's hasn't been sat. You know what I mean? Like, and why he's been, like I said, I think he's doing good, but that's the only reason that I think he's been good is because he goes out there and it's like watching, like, I don't know, just somebody just going 120%. I mean,
Yeah.
and that goes for him sometimes, and then it hurts him sometimes. Sometimes You know, he believes in himself too much. He's throwing into triple coverage and when watching the ball come back towards him. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's Bo Nix. That's the ride. I mean, that's why they're fun to watch. You know, that's why they're fun to watch.
Yeah, heard enough to watch. Heard enough to watch that last year, don't remind me, in
Yeah,
that 4th quarter, so
yeah. Well, I know we kind of briefly brought up Surratt. I don't know why we're like me and you aren't talking about Surratt a little more. Surratt took 23% of his catches. 23% of his catches. Almost 1 out of every 4 balls that he caught, he took for a touchdown this past season. I mean,
I told you I like the kid.
I
They
did too.
got it.
I'm looking at the stats and I'm like, how
He's
are people not
combine, dude. They're all just, "Oh, he had a shitty combine. He had a bad combine." Yeah, that's they all look at that. They're like, "Oh, he had a fucking bad combine." Go ahead. Look at his bad combine. You let me know when he gets drafted to the team and he's making catches and touchdowns and he's getting 800 to 1,000 yards a season, if
Yeah,
not more when it happens, and you're like, "Shit, how did we miss on this guy?" It's like, well, your combine stats that you were expected to look at weren't what you wanted to see. So you took a guy that runs a 4.3 that can't catch a football, and that's it. But like, dude, I'm telling you, like we've had this discussion about certain guys that they believe they can be the next JSN. They can be the next Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson's had a shitty run, but like Garrett Wilson, they can be the next Neighbors. They can be these guys. Like nothing against these guys coming in, but you look at Micaiah Lemon, you look at Tyson, you look at um who's the other kid? I'm blanking on him right now. But you look at those 2 kids, right? These kids are not blue chip wide receivers, which like everybody wants to think like, oh, we're going to the draft. And I know you love Tyson, but like, and Lemon, but like you look at these kids and they're just like, yep, we got the next best receiver in the league. Where I look at these guys and I'm like, yeah, you put these guys in the same draft as like the Brian Thomas Juniors and the Neighbors and everybody else that came with it. And I'm like, where are they even ranked? If I'm being honest. Like, they're not blue chip wide receivers. They are receivers that you think you can turn them into those kind of guys. Which, if you don't have it, you don't have it. But like, you can get there if you're number one, if the team doesn't have anybody. But those guys are not going to be the Neighbors. They're not going to be the Brian Thomas Juniors. They're not going to be the Drake Londons. They're not going to be the Justin Jeffersons, the Jamar Chases. Like, these guys are not going to be that. And I think that's what a lot of teams need to realize, and fantasy teams too. Like, yeah, I mean, for Dynasty, depending on who's there for drafts, but like these guys, I mean, I could be wrong. These guys are not those guys. Not even close. They don't have the production. They don't have the size. Tyson has a size, but like they just don't. It's not the it factor. The only it factor I've seen really is Surratt in some of those touchdown catches he's had and the boundary catches he's had on the sidelines, and they're all ranking him like as like the 13th best wide receiver, which he's not those guys either. But the best hands other than Carnell Tate, and I'll give Carnell Tate that. I'll give him his due. Carnell Tate, Ohio State guy, he'll be fine. He'll be good. But some of these other guys that people are looking at, like, oh, we got the next Neighbors, we got the next Drake London, we got the next, Justin Jefferson, maybe, and nobody's really Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase in this spectrum, this draft. But there's nothing there that wows me out of any of these guys. Like, yeah, Lemon's fast. Good for you, dude. Like, that's cool. You know how many fast guys I've seen? I've seen Henry Ruggs. I've seen Xavier Worthy. We've seen who was the John Ross. Okay.
yeah.
We've seen these guys all go first round. What do they end up doing? Nothing. Like I have said for years, I don't draft anybody that's just fast.
Well,
I took
just listen to these Surratt stats real quick.
go ahead.
42 catches his freshman year, 700 yards.
Yeah.
Went 13 touchdowns on 42 catches.
As a freshman, yeah.
Yeah, that was that. I don't think he was playing D1 then. I think he was playing. That was before his JMU year. He went 2023. He went to JMU. Met Signetti. Went for 82 catches for 1,191 yards, 8 touchdowns. goes to Indiana. First year at Indiana, follows Cignetti over there. 53 catches for 957 yards, another 8 touchdowns. Then this past season, 65 catches for 830 yards and 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns. Like, do you know who this screams? What if I'm looking at Surratt and his profile, and then I'll say this before I follow up on what you're saying, because I think you're absolutely right. Why are the Raiders even fucking around? They should be taking this kid in the 3rd round. I think he's gonna go. I don't think he'll go higher than the 3rd round.
This kid, I'm
Raiders should be
telling you,
moving up to the front of the 3rd to take this kid and pair him with Mendoza.
he's a 2nd-round guy, dude, and I don't think people are noticing that, and maybe there's something that we're missing
He
on, like,
could
the
go 2nd round.
backside.
He could go 2nd round.
Maybe we're missing something on the backside of, like, the their interviews and stuff like that, but dude, I'm telling you,
But
as we have talked about, some of these guys. Go ahead, go ahead.
to touch on what you're saying about these wide receivers, I think you're right, but I think there's still a lot of. I think what you're trying to say, and this is the part that I agree with, is that it's not that these guys suck. It's just we do not have the blue chip S tier, almost no doubt. Marvin
Correct.
Harrison Jr., Neighbors, Odunze was up there when he came out. You know what I mean?
Correct.
That was the 3 that went top of the draft. Bang, bang, bang. Even in
Yes.
almost in Superflex. That's where they went. Marvin Harrison, Neighbors, Odunze. If not, I can't remember.
Correct. Those guys, like, if I look at the last 3 drafts and the guys that won the 1st round, even the high 2nd round, I would take them over every single one of these guys in this draft. The Burdens of the world,
They had
the Adunze's, like I said, and me and you have talked about this to where I don't people are gonna take these guys too high, even as a football fantasy-wise and as a football team. They're gonna take these guys thinking that they're, like, the next number 1 wide receiver in the league.
I don't think anybody thinks that, though. I don't think there's anybody that's coming out, or I don't think anybody's looking at maybe Carnell Tate. Like I said, Carnell Tate's kind of special.
Tate is about the only, and it's really because if I'm being honest, I like Carnell Tate a lot, and I think Carnell Tate did a hell of a job past few years at Ohio State. The only reason he is looked at and viewed because of me as well is because of who he's been coached by and who he's played for at Ohio State. If you would have put him at, I don't know, fucking say who? Fucking Utah and had the same stats. Utah on the same stats. What are you saying? He ain't.
I'm saying this.
They're like, oh, there ain't no way he's the best ranked receiver, and I'll tell you that right now. And all these guys, I'm telling you, all these ESPN analysts are like, oh, he'd be great, this and that. I'm like, no. If you take him off Ohio State, you let him do what he did the last 2 years, I guarantee you he is way below your Lemons, all these guys. He's probably ranked like 6,
This is where I'm not going to agree with y'all, because I think Carnell Tate, the only thing he's really missing are the stats. I mean, he does have good stats, but I'm like, he's not putting up the Neighbors stats coming out of college because he plays in an absolutely loaded fucking wide receiver room.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And they're killing teams.
Correct. But the reason why they like him as much as they have is because we've all seen it for years, is that Ohio State has produced the best wide receivers in football, period. So, like I'm saying, if you take him and all of his stats and you put him on a Utah team, or you put him on a random ass like Auburn team, they're going to be like, yeah, he's good, but he's not Ohio State good. Only because it's a name game, dude. It's a name game.
A little bit, but I don't agree with you with this at all. Because I think if Carnell Tate went to like, I mean, fucking any other team where he'd be like the number 1 guy there that doesn't have a Tyson or a Lemon or whatever, I think he would have put up the stats for we're sitting here saying, okay, he should be going top 4. I mean, I really, after watching Carnell Tate's tape, I have no doubt that he's going to be something worth drafting in fantasy, because he's.
No, I know, I agree with that, but I'm saying for the scouts and the teams that are looking at this guy,
he's Ohio State wide receiver. It's definitely going to help him.
Correct. I'm saying if he didn't have the Ohio State tag on him, he would not be ranked where he is right now.
Yeah, I think he'd be ranked higher.
No, he wouldn't.
I think you're right to an extent, but he's playing with Jeremiah Smith, and he's still putting up the numbers he's putting up. I think on a team where he's actually the number one look. I mean, okay, Carnell Tate on Indiana this year. I think he would have been the number one wide receiver off the board, no question about it. And his stats would have backed it up. I think Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Love would have been almost the argument of who you're taking first, depending on what your team needs. Instead of Jeremiah Love being the absolute number one guy taken, I think there would have been an argument there if he would have gone somewhere where he would. I'm not saying he could have stayed at JMU and we would be saying the same thing. Like not him say it, but I'm not saying he could have gone to a shit school that had a shit season and we'd be talking about him as the number one wide receiver. But I'm saying that I think where he's an Ohio State wide receiver, the wide receiver factory product.
Yeah. But
that's almost hindered him in the sense that he is really in a loaded wide receiver room right now. And it just didn't, I don't think it hurt him, but at the same time, I don't think it's helped him. I think he would have been looked at as a better wide receiver if he would have went to, like I said, I don't, Texas or one of these schools where he would have been the unquestioned number one guy there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think this year is just receiver wise, people are taking a lot out of proportion on what they're getting. I think people think they're getting a lot more than they're expecting.
Yeah, there's nobody as polished. There's nobody as polished as there has been the past couple drafts.
No, there's not a single guy. I mean,
Carnell Tate's the only one I'll say
he's the only one that's like, yeah, they can be like, yeah, that's the guy I can consider taking at this pick. Where a lot of these other guys, I just don't think team-wise, not fantasy-wise, but team-wise, they think they're getting the next blue chip receiver, which these guys are not even close. And I think some of these scouts got to know this. I mean, there's no way they don't. But if they think they're like Jordan Tyson, fucking next Justin Jefferson, next Drake London, next, like, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, that's wishful thinking, but we've seen a lot from these guys, especially in the NFL too. I just don't see it this year. Like, you got a lot of very good possible number 2 receivers, in my opinion.
I think you've got possible number ones. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and shit on them because I don't know enough. Nobody knows enough to say these guys are going to do nothing. Are they as good of products as what's been coming out? No. That's what I'll say. At the next level, who knows? You know what I mean? Like Tyson's a great wide receiver, dude. He could come out and be a stud. You know, like I think that's my argument about the Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate is being projected to be going to the Saints right now. He's a better wide receiver than Chris Olave is. Maybe not right now, but the kind of wide receiver Carnell Tate is, he is going to end up being the number one look on that offense. I would think. Like I said, it could not shake out that way. Sure. But I could see where Chris Olave is going to become almost a second look, where they're trying to open Chris Olave up downfield, and Carnell Tate is getting all the first down catches, all of the little, you know, no, I don't want to say dump offs because I think their offense is better than that right now. But I mean, I think we're gonna end up sitting here looking. I mean, we're gonna end up sitting here looking at it as a fantasy perspective and saying Carnell Tate is the more reliable PPR wide receiver.
I don't agree with you, man.
That's kind of what I'm saying. But like I said, Jordan Tyson could end up being fucking awesome, dude. Like if he goes to the right place and they use him,
stick him on the Chargers. Let me know how that works out.
Do what?
I said, stick him on the Chargers. Let me know how that works out.
Oh, he's gonna be buried on the Chargers.
We saw the same thing with Trey Harris last year. It was supposed to be the next big thing. I mean, it's all a team depending thing, but I don't know. I do disagree with you though. Chris Olave is right now, I guess you can say it, but I think Chris Olave coming out of the draft is a way better prospect than Carnell Tate was, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think he looked 100% more NFL ready just because I didn't come in here prepared to argue Chris Olave. So I don't want to say something that's off. I don't think Chris Olave's stats were worse than Carnell Tate's. I'm not saying they're bad, but I think statistically, Chris Olave coming out, we thought that he was more NFL ready and that his stats backed that up. Cardinal Tate's absolutely does. I just want to see what he looks like as an alpha on an offense because he's not the alpha in Ohio State. It's Jeremiah Smith, and then
Yeah.
it's their run game. It's their you know what I mean. Like Cardinal Tate Cardinal Tate passed every eye test I could give him, and that's I guess where I'm sitting on it because I
But is Carnell Tate the guy that can be the number one guy? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
we have
I think he could be. I think he's with an absolute animal with Jeremiah Smith right now that he's just not getting the number one looks. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you can come and argue it from the other way where he's not getting like the best coverage. Like he's getting the two guys. You know, like he's not getting double teamed. So like I can see where somebody would argue that too. But I'm just saying if I'm going to say to back up what you were saying, this
yeah,
class does not look as NFL ready as
no.
any class we've seen in the past 3 years, I'll say.
Receiver-wise, absolutely not. Like,
Yeah.
it's just no, like, not a chance, dude. I think we can all say that. I think we also need to me and you need to move on to, like, the running backs because we've been digging on these receivers the last few times to where I don't know. I mean, I think the receiver group is deep, like we've talked about, but
It is deep. It's deep.
like I
But it just
said, you
doesn't
got a
have those
bunch of 2s and 3s in here where, like, I mean, I don't know. Looking at the running backs too, I mean, you really got the problem is at running backs, you don't know because you looked at a few of these guys that were like look at Keaton Mitchell back in the day, right? We all just took him 6th, 7th round flyer, dynasty drafts or whatever it may have been. Guy was like nothing, wasn't doing nothing for 3, 4 years. He would pop in one game, he'd take one like 70 yards of the house, be like, oh shit, this guy's unreal. And now he's on a new team with the Chargers. So, and now you're looking at the Mike McDaniel situation. So, I mean, it's like running backs are tough too. You know who your studs are going to be, but I think we need to either dive into more of right now our receivers, but we need to get more into, I think, either our running backs here or our receivers, like a little bit deeper into like what we have other than the top studs. Cause we can go back and forth all day about these top studs like we have for the past 2 weeks, but I just think there's a little bit more there than
we're gonna have to hit running backs Tuesday. Let me break down some running backs. We'll come together with them. I have nothing.
no,
I have
I
not
mean,
even
we don't have to go
touched.
to them now. We can do that Tuesday, but like
I haven't even touched the running back right
we
now.
need to start hitting some wide receivers that are deeper than the Lemons, the Tates, and
Well,
the Tysons because there's a lot
strap
more
in.
there. Yeah, there's a
Strap in. I got some guys for you right now.
yeah.
Put your belt on.
I'm ready to hear them. And there's one that me and you have talked about. And let me close the door real quick. There's one me and you have talked about that you didn't even really know about him too much, but I've been following this kid since he was on Louisville, and he was a great receiver. So I'll let you kind of we'll go one by one, and you tell me what you got, and I'll let you know what I got on him or what I think about him.
Okay.
Or no,
So I
let's go back and forth. We'll go 1v1. So you got one, I got one.
okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I opened up with Surratt specifically because of this next guy. So I'm looking at Surratt, and I've heard also a lot about Omar Cooper Jr. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of disagreement on who everybody thought was, going to be the better prospect coming out. So I was looking at Surratt first, and then I started doing a little bit of a dive on Omar Cooper Jr. I didn't know anything about Omar Cooper Jr. going into this. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what his story was. I didn't know what he had done in previous seasons. But there's a couple things that just I started salivating. I started literally salivating.
He plays for Indiana.
He's a stud. Watching his tape, he's an absolute fucking stud, and he's one of my favorite sleepers in this class now. I mean, he's probably going to go first round, if not 107 in rookie drafts. So he's not slept on, but I like him. When I was watching
Omar Cooper. Yeah, there he is. Runs a 4.4. 6 foot. They got him ranked higher than Surratt too.
Yeah, no, a lot of people do. So that's why I did the dive on Surratt because I knew he's got some pretty spectacular catches, and he is what we've talked about. but I'm not. I didn't watch a lot of Indiana games. Like I just didn't. I was following them, but I when I was tuning in, I was seeing Surratt like these 15 fucking touchdown passes. I didn't see I missed the hype on Amari Cooper maybe when it first came out. But I want to go into a couple things. So he in no way, shape, or form should, but he reminds me going into this draft exactly like Lab McConkey, where I'm sitting here and I'm watching this guy play and I'm wondering why the fuck he's going 107 to 109 in rookie drafts when I'm like, this is one of the best players out there. Like this guy should be in contention. Like, granted, there were so many wide receivers that draft that nobody knew really what to do with them. But me and you both were sitting there watching Lab McConkey tape and saying, there's no reason why
Yeah.
this guy should be going as late as he is. Like he needs to at least be getting argued for the 104, the 105, whatever. Omar Cooper Jr. is doing that exact same thing to me, where I'm sitting here saying, why are people even like debating taking him at the 106 or the 107?
It's
Which
the
I don't even
same.
think he's going there yet, but let me tell you some things you're gonna love. You're gonna love and you're gonna hate what I'm about to tell you. So this should be your favorite guy. Tony, you need to watch, you need to go and dive this kid tonight or tomorrow and see what I'm seeing. My NFL comp is Rashee Rice, except he's not an idiot.
We don't know that yet. Rashee Rice was an idiot in college either, so
We don't. Right now, he's not an idiot. But he reminds me so much of Rashee Rice, of like the Rice game. He is going to make waves at the next level. Omar Cooper. So this is the part you're going to hate. There is a lot of rumblings that Omar Cooper Jr. is going to go a lot higher than everybody is thinking. Because a lot of people are saying he's a day two guy, second or third round pick, depending on where the people who need wide receivers, where they go, where they decide to go. It could shake out different. So there's a lot of rumblings that this guy is a guaranteed first round pick, and there's a lot of rumblings that he may be going to the Eagles at pick 23. When I was doing my deep dive this past weekend, there is a lot of rumblings from guys who know what the fuck they're talking about, that especially if AJ Brown gets moved before the draft or on draft night, that they're going to go Cooper at 23, which is kind of fucking scary, because that's like, it literally is like putting a Rashee Rice on that offense, which I think would have helped that offense out more than what AJ Brown has been doing.
yeah.
But right now, at the times I wrote this, he's going post 110 in rookies. So he's going to the 111, the 112, or the 201, 202, 203. That's where Amari Cooper's been going, that I see at the high side. Some people are sleeping on him to the end of the second. I don't understand it. This is one of those guys, like we said, before McConkey got drafted, he was going the 110, the 201, the 202, the 203. That's where he was going. And then as soon as people started to catch up on him, if you were in a dynasty league that didn't draft until July, but you followed your shit and you knew what was going on, all you did was see you're sitting at 107 or 108 or 109 thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get McConkey. I'm not going to let him fall. And then the next thing you know, you're drafting in July and he's going 106, 107.
Yeah.
Think that's what is about to happen with this Omar Cooper Jr. I mean, I can't believe, after everything I saw, and I'll show you where my notes. I said, aside from the top wide receivers in general, I usually visit the top teams' wides last, because a lot of people, they'll do the homework on them for you. I wrote in here, I have made a mistake. Omar Cooper Jr., oh my God, his tape passes the eye test. NFL comp, Rashee Rice. I put in there a couple things about his draft, a couple things about the rookie, whatever. To the moon is all I said, and that was it. That was the end of it. I went on to somebody else because I'm like, I don't even need to watch this kid anymore. Like he is up here for me right now. I mean, I had no idea that this kid was as good as I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was going to move up this high on my little list, and like, holy fuck, I cannot wait for this kid.
I haven't seen enough on him yet, but I gotta look it up.
You gotta. Yeah, I'm telling you. He is fun. He is fun to watch. You loved Rashee Rice. I'm telling you, you're gonna love this kid.
Well, I know like Surratt was just the guy watching every Indiana game I watched. So like it was always the Surratt show. It was like
That's kinda
Boundary
why
catch on the sidelines, Surratt. Touchdown catch in the end zone, Surratt. Like, it was always a Surratt show where, like, there was always an in-between guy that would catch balls here and there for Mendoza, but I know Mendoza would go to bats for him regardless. He'd go to bats for all his guys, but I could also see him being like, "Hey, like, 2nd, 3rd round, we need a receiver bad, go grab this fucking Cooper kid. I know him, I played with him, get his ass on the field." So, I could see
69
that shit
catches,
happening too.
937 yards, 13 touchdowns. That was Amari Cooper Jr.
For what?
69 catches for 937 yards and 13 touchdowns. He had
So, I mean,
also
they
3 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown.
3 carry oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, with that, I mean, you throw that in the offense with, the new head coach there, telling you,
I want
look out for the Raiders to make a move on that
That's
kid.
what I'm saying. I want Raiders to go get Surratt and Amari Cooper. And, like, that's what they need right now. They need
I
their
mean,
off
not even Surratt though either. I mean, shit, go get Cooper. Go get Cooper Jr. I mean,
probably
that'd
they'll
be
probably have
huge.
to go get Cooper first.
Be huge. You put them both on the same team, there you go. I mean, all you're missing is a deep boundary guy or like just a big body wide receiver to make a move. I mean, they got a lot to work with. They got a lot to work with.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. Let me hear your guy.
All right. My guy, and I've been saying it for how long now? Well, probably like 2 years now. Concepcion, dude. That kid ain't a sleeper. He's just what he is. That kid, I think, could possibly be the best wide receiver in this draft.
He could. He could.
Where he's been, where he's came from, the speed he's got, like the shit he's been through personally, like with all like because he's got like I think he's got a speech impediment and he's just got some issues with that. Or he might have like a stutter. He's got something going on, but he like kid's got the balls number one. Like I'll give him credit, dude. Like he knows he's got a speech issue and like he literally went to his conference and like talked to these reporters and was just like, yeah, like I know I have an issue and I'm not really comfortable doing this, but like I want to do this because I think I need to grow as a person, like learn how to do this as like a player. So I mean, that's big on its own on top of the play the kid's already had. Like he's dealt with enough in his life to where like I don't think he gives a shit anymore. He's like, you know what, and I think he's just like overcame a lot to where he's like, shit, if I can do this and talk to like fucking 120 reporters, on a combine day and like kind of back up what I've done on the field, like transferring from like some of the other schools from Louisville to where he's at now. I just think like the kid's got a hell of a lot of talent. Yeah, he's had a few drop issues and we've seen that, but he's just a hell of a route runner in my opinion, and he can beat you deep. Like he's got a lot of different attributes to him, this kid, where I think he's kinda slept on. I mean, he's ranked like as like the 5th wide receiver, but I think there's a lot more to this kid than like what we've seen the teams he's played for. I mean, Louisville, he kinda showed what he could do, but I mean, I think going to A&M this year, yeah, I know they didn't have the best year. I mean, they had a decent year, but
They're pretty good.
I mean, they were good, but I just don't think like I think you need to he's one of those guys where like you got to get him on an NFL team, just let him go. Yeah, I don't think they like held him back by any means, but I do think there's a lot more opportunity for that kid from what I've seen, like where he's grown from like Louisville to A&M to where he's gonna go to the NFL. I just think there's a lot that he can and I see him having a slow start, maybe, just because he's not as I think his issue is his confidence in himself, where, like, the kid's got a shitload of talent, and he's unbelievable, but I mean, if I'm being honest, if that kid could just, like, catch fire, like, early on and just hit stride and just keep catching balls and just do what he does, I think that kid could be the best thing in this draft, to be honest. Like I said, I think, like, the biggest downfall for him could be a confidence issue, and, I mean, I'm confident in the kid. I think he could be, like, on the Colonel Tate level, and I know, like, got the Arizona kids, but I really do think this kid could be something fucking special in the league. I really do. Depending where he goes, I think he could be something special. They just gotta use him. They gotta get his confidence going. He's one of those guys, like, give him the ball and just let him go. He's like a Luther Burden. He kinda
What
reminds me of a Burden, but like Burden was a little more like what he is, where, like, I think Concepcion's a little more slept on, in my opinion.
Where do you have him going, Concepcion?
He's a day 2 guy.
Let's not say where, maybe, like, cause like, it's we talked about this with this draft. We don't know where the fuck anybody's going in this
I don't know
draft.
where anybody's going. I really where
Like, you know,
yeah, I mean, where he would really fit, I mean, there's really for him, I really don't see a fit. That's the problem.
I
Like,
mean,
I
like, you gonna go, like, 1st round, or do you think he's gonna
no,
get
he's a
slept
day 2 guy. He's 2nd or 3rd round.
kinda
I
after
would say late. I'd say mid to late 2nd, probably 3rd round. He's going yeah, probably mid 2nd round or
2nd?
later.
I could see 2nd. I just
Yeah,
don't think he's gonna sneak into the 1st round.
no, I don't see him sneaking in the 1st, but I think he could be one of those guys that's a pretty like a steal in like the 2nd or 3rd round, where guys are like, shit, we just got this guy. Like this late, we know what he can do. We've seen what he can do. Like I think we can make something happen with him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think he's too good of a player to go that like, dude, if he really does like if he goes like 4th, 5th round, I mean, in my opinion, you're getting a hell of a steal if he goes that late. But like
There's
I think
no
he
way he goes that late.
I don't see him going past the 3rd round, in my opinion.
I don't see him going past the 2nd. I think
I
there's
don't
gonna be a run
either.
on these guys in the 2nd.
Yeah, dude, he's a good player. I just like him as a person too. Like that's like the one big thing. Nothing on Concepcion on that. Like hopefully he could be a number 1 or a number 2. Like I don't see him being a number 1, but hopefully he could be a 2 or a 3 on a team and be consistent and be catching balls in the slot or like taking some deep. Maybe the Alec Pierce. Like he's not big like Alec Pierce. Maybe he can be an Alec Pierce or like a position like that. But
Here
I think he's gonna be better than what people anticipate him being on where he goes, in my opinion.
the best that I could do my homework, okay, on the Buffalo Bills. I've been seeing some murmurs that they could be going wide receiver in the 1st round, which they should. I mean,
Yeah,
if there's a guy that they like, they should take him in the 1st. They're in the spot to do it. They were in the spot to do it a couple years ago with Xavier Worthy. They fucking traded with the Chiefs, and and that hasn't worked out really that well for either of them. But still,
yeah.
it's they need to sit where they're at and take a wide receiver if there's one they like that falls to them. So from what I can do my research on, the Buffalo Bills have met with the following wide receivers formally at the NFL Combine: Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston, Antonio Williams, Omar Cooper Jr., Skylar Bell, Jeremy Bernard, and Casey Concepcion. I mean, I think you're right when you're this. I think there's a chance Concepcion, if the Bills like him enough, that he could go in the 1st round. I think that he's got to beat out a couple guys that I like. I think I like more. Like I haven't done a complete dive on the Concepcion yet, which I'm probably gonna do after we're talking about this. I've been slacking on my tape this year. Again, I got married, guys. I'm sorry, I haven't had time to do any of this shit. But when I'm taking a shit, I look at these guys, and these are the notes I've gotten so far.
The kid can play, dude. That's all I can
I have
tell you. Like
watched enough to know he can play.
the
He can play,
kid
and there's
can
enough
play.
murmurs. I think like I said, I don't think there's any way he goes to the 3rd round. Very possibly could, but I don't think there's any way he goes out of the 3rd round.
No, it's one of the yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you're gonna look at him and be like, "Yeah, he's not like Jordan Tyson tape. He's not Lemon tape, but, like, he's a kid that can make shit happen on the field." Where, like, he can be a Mekhi Lemon. He's not gonna be a Jordan Tyson 'cause he's not that big, but, like, he can be a Lemon, but, like, he's just you gotta get him comfortable, you gotta get him going, you gotta get him the ball, where, like I know Lemon's like kinda like got like that dog kinda mentality in him, and I get it, but like Concepcion does too, but like all receivers, man, you get him the ball, you get him going. But it's a culture thing too. It's just what it is. But
He did the same thing a lot of these guys coming out this year didn't do, and that's break 1,000 yards on
yeah.
receiving.
And
I mean,
he's done that years past, or he's broken like 70 catches. Like he's always been a catch guy and
freshman year his freshman year he got 71 catches.
Mhm.
Last year, 2024, he had 53 catches, 460 yards. Sounds like he may have gotten hurt that year.
I think he got
I'm
hurt.
looking
He got hurt.
Yeah, the way I'm looking at that doesn't sound right. This past season, 61 catches for 919 yards, 9
Yeah.
touchdowns. I mean, he had a true freshman breakout. I mean, 71 catches, 839 yards, and 10 touchdowns as a freshman. which I don't know, where was he playing for? Do you remember? Actually, I can.
Louisville. I'm pretty sure it was Louisville.
No, North Carolina. North Carolina
And
State.
NC State.
Yeah,
Hmm.
North Carolina State University. Both years before Air Texas A&M. I'm trying to see where I can see the games played last year.
He's a good receiver, man.
No, I am excited about him. I don't think he got hurt. It looks like he played. It looks like he played every game. Yeah, so I don't know what that was. That's probably from watching what I've seen on him so far. That's probably a North Carolina State problem.
They always happen to. No, that was a Louisville problem
No, he was playing for North Carolina.
when he had that bad year.
Yeah, both years it looks like he played North Carolina State, and then last year he did the transfer to Texas A&M.
Oh, I thought he played. I could have swore he played for Louisville.
When you were saying that, I thought I remember that too, but it looks like he
Probably
played.
the red. The red was throwing me off.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I think you're definitely nailing it as far as, I mean, people are pretty awake about this guy. I mean, he's not a sleeper by any means, but I think that people are not going to be prepared for how high he goes. I think he's going to go higher than a lot of people think.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of rumbles of a couple of these teams in the back half of the first that are all meeting with him at least, which doesn't always mean anything, but
It helps.
yeah. I thought he was bigger than he is though. He's only
Nah,
5.
he's not that.
I thought he was a bigger body. Well, the last of these guys that met with the Bills, Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah.
I don't think that he goes in the first round. I don't think he goes in the second round. I don't think he goes for sure in the third round. But I think whoever goes and gets Jeremy Bernard, I think we need to kind of pay attention because his tape is fun, dude.
Dude, he's gonna be a first round pick.
Jeremy Bernard? Okay, you better put that back.
I
What are the odds on that? Look up. I want to see the prop on that right now.
tell you right now.
You're searching it?
Oh yeah.
I want to see the odds on that right now because I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're wrong, but if you believe that, truly, you need to fucking throw $100 at it.
Dude, I think he goes first round.
There's just so many guys above him, dude. I mean, he had good stats, but he didn't
He
have.
doesn't have the stats, but I don't know. There's something about the kid. I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe they're just like
It's the name, dude. It's the name test.
maybe.
9 out of 10 name rating. 9 out of 10. Jeremy Bernard. That's one of the fucking best names you could have as a wide receiver. That's awesome.
I'll tell you right now. Let's see.
My boy Jeremy.
Yeah, with a G.
With a G.
Bloody germ. Got germ out there. What time does Ty Simpson get drafted by?
Who fucking knows? You're asking me. I have no clue where anybody goes this year. I'm kind of getting a sense of where people are gonna go, like, like where in the draft. Don't fucking ask me where people are gonna go.
Bears
I don't
plus
know.
15,000.
Dude. Yes, I fucking did. Okay. You have to put that bet in. So listen to what I said about
I can't find it. It's not on here.
Listen to what I said about Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah, Jerome Bernard's a stud. He's gonna go in the first round.
Just shut the fuck up and listen for me. Because what you just said just gave me like chills. Got me looking into Jeremy Bernard. He has a lethal stiff arm, dude.
Oh yeah.
His stiff arm is fucking awesome to watch. The yak on this kid, I mean, like, he is so much fun to watch play football. I did not watch a lot of Alabama football this year.
Nobody did.
Nobody did. His stats don't read that he was his stats aren't as fun as his tape. Let me put it that way. Like I said, 862 yards this year, which is that's awesome. Great. Like I said, we're not seeing those blue chip numbers we see out of most guys, but this is where these guys are what we're talking about when people are saying the wide receiver draft this year is this wide receiver group is deep. This is why, because we're like, guy, where is he gonna go? The fucking 205 to 305, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're deep down the list. Like, he is not going to be a first round pick in rookie drafts. He's not probably going to be a second round pick. First half of second round pick, whatever. He's probably not going to go there in rookie drafts. This kid is exciting though. His tape is so much fun to watch. and I put on here, I don't think he's going to be a number one anywhere, just because I don't think he's going to go where he can be. I think you're going to see a team, and I put under here, like the Lions or the Bears, that are going to take this kid that absolutely reminds, like, his game reminds me of the wide receivers that are already playing there. Like, fun, creative offense that you're going to get to see him do a lot of that as a rookie. I mean, like I said, he's going to be buried a little bit, but he screams a Bears wide receiver to me.
My book is MIA right now. I know it's in one of these drawers here, covered by all the wedding stuff. But I had Jeremy Bernard ranked as my number 2 wide receiver.
He's your number 2?
Number 2.
Over Tyson, over Lemon.
Tyson's 1.
Tyson's your number 1. So
Bernard's
you have him over
2.
Cardinal. That's ballsy, brother.
Cardinal Tate was 3. Lemon was 4. Concepcion was 5. Because I wrote it down the other day, and it's covered in wedding things. But it's in there. But yes, I wrote that down the other day. I had Tyson 1, Bernard 2, because I love that. There's something about Bernard, dude. There's something about Bernard.
He's
Bernard
fun
2.
as fuck.
And I'm not saying draft wise. I'm just saying like my personal rankings.
Yeah.
I had Tyson 1, Bernard 2.
No, I'm tracking on that.
Tate 3, 4 was Lemon, and 5 was Concepcion. And Surratt will fall somewhere in between that, just because we know, I like Surratt, but I just think he's gonna fall somewhere in between. I think he might get lost in the sauce with all these other teams that are like drafting him, might get him. I think he's a better player than where he's gonna go.
No,
And
I'm so excited to find out where this kid goes. I am so excited to find out where this kid goes. He reminds me a lot also of a San Francisco wide receiver. Like, put him in a Kyle Shanahan offense and watch what happens.
Don't put him next to the power plant, dude. I don't need no more people tearing their knees up.
I feel like this is the kid that he's gonna get better next to the power plant, dude. He's gonna be like, have the Debo year.
Be glowing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's gonna glow.
All right, let me hit you with a wide receiver, but let's take a minute timeout because I gotta go pee.
Pittsburgh. Okay. Where were we? Where were you? You were going somewhere with this.
We were on the Bernard train where I think he's be better than people think. But I think me and you both think that. I'm not saying he's a first round wide receiver, but I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be probably one of the better.
Who do you want him to go to?
The Rams.
Ooh. Yeah.
The Rams.
That would be a great pairing with Puka.
I keep seeing that it's not going to happen, but I keep seeing there's rumor that they might just move Adams at the deadline.
There is a lot of talk about it.
Or even before the season starts. And I'm just like, why would you do that? I mean, I could see doing it. Much as everybody's be like, oh, shut the fuck up, like blah, blah, blah. I could see the Giants doing it, dude.
Going for Devontae?
They didn't get Mike Evans, who they wanted. Like, go get fucking Devontae. Add that to the list. You get him out there with Dart and fucking Neighbors. Dude, that would be, because think about it, like, it's like everybody's like, oh, the Neighbors thing. It's like, okay, well, look at Puka. You got Puka and Adams. Get Neighbors and Adams. I mean, is anybody a bitch about that? And I guarantee you with the contract he's got, the Rams aren't getting a first round pick back. So
no.
Hell no.
He's like,
trade a third round pick and take his contract and go and just let the team fucking cook next year and see what you got. I mean, and then if the Rams start drafting receivers like the Jeremy Bernards of the world and these other guys that they've been bringing up, I mean, personally, I don't see the Rams trading him right now. I don't see why they would.
See what it wasn't.
I just
like,
keep saying,
I
don't know why, but I just keep seeing it. I'm like, why?
Did you see what I'm talking about? The Rams and Philly apparently had a deal like in structure that they just couldn't agree on, but they were trying to send Devontae and get AJ Brown in return.
I guess the Rams were probably like, we ain't giving you shit for that nut job. They're probably like,
the Rams were trying to make a push for AJ Brown, and they were offering.
But that's what I'm saying. They're like, we're not going to trade you what you want for that whack job. And he's like, I ain't fucking going, or some stupid shit. I would much rather have a 35-year-old Devontae Adams. He's not even 35. I'd rather have like a older Devontae Adams than a younger AJ Brown. And I could be wrong. People could give me shit all day long for it. But in my opinion, I'd rather a guy that wants to be there, wants to play football, than one that just wants to bitch and complain all the time about everything. But to
I no,
each their own. You know, it's just some teams can deal with it, some teams can't. Me personally, I'd be like, get the fuck out. You don't want to be here? See ya. We'll cut you or we'll trade you. I don't really care.
real quick, let's pivot from the Rams. I want to hear another wide receiver you got, so we can be even on that. And then I got some other stuff I saw this week. I want to throw at you and see what your opinion is on.
Are we still digging into the rookie draft here? We're still digging into football. I feel like we should move on. Like I'll do one more rookie, but I feel like we also
If you don't have a rookie you want to talk about, then we can go into what I'm talking about because there's some interesting stuff that happened this week. I just want to touch on that we didn't get to this past episode.
yeah, I'd rather dig into some of that stuff. I mean, I've got a few receivers, but I'm not like super like tight on them. They're more just like sleepers where we'll probably just run through them at some point.
We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll get to them, but, I'm not, like, super in tight with them. So, yeah. Well, if you got something in the news that we can discuss news-wise, I got no problem discussing the news.
So
Send the news.
I saw some which was a little bit ago, but it kind of reminded me to talk about it. To kind of play off of we've both been talking about there's not that blue chip prospect anywhere in this draft. I mean, Jeremiah Love.
I mean, well, offensive-wise, yeah, but I wouldn't say defensive-wise.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about kind of everywhere. I mean, after the first
Come
round,
on.
listen, let me finish what I'm saying. You've got you've got your studs, 100%. Huge Reese fan, huge. I mean, there's some guys this draft that are going to be awesome.
You're telling me ain't no dude, come on.
A
Yeah,
sto-
yeah, alright, go ahead. I'll have my word with you when you're done.
I don't think this draft. I don't think this draft class is that good, dude. I don't think this draft class is
You're
that good.
you're insane.
There's guys that are obviously going to be special, like there is every single one. But so some news came out of the Jags.
The one team I hate, give me the news.
Just us.
Hopefully it's shitty news.
So apparently the Jags, that there's a story out there that they were not active in free agency just because, and like I said, I'm not talking about this draft. I'm not excited about, but that's playing into what I'm about to say. The Jags were not active in free agency this year because they're trying to get as many compensatory picks as they can get for the 2027 draft. And apparently they're not alone. Apparently there's a couple teams with that exact strategy because they're not even looking at this draft, which obviously it's their job, but they're already looking past this draft class at this 2027 class because it is going to be special. I
Yeah,
think this
we know that.
class is
We
going to
already
be
know that.
yeah. So that's what I'm not that excited for 2026. I'm really not. There's some guys that I love. Obviously, there's some everywhere. This 2027 draft, like all this, like the GMs are starting to make moves now that are confirming everything we already thought. And that's this 2027 class that's coming up is gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
Well, we already knew that. Me and you have known that for how 2 years now.
100%. Since 2024. Yeah,
Every draft pick that we have made moves for, we have made 0 moves for a 2020 draft. I have traded the majority of my 26 draft picks away for either players or for 27s. Like that's just it's known. And there's nothing against these players, but like regardless if you're a team or a dynasty owner, it's a 27 draft, dude, and that's where everything is.
I think it's
Now,
gonna look just like 2024 draft and 2025 draft, at least fantasy wise. You're gonna have a fucking boatload of wide receivers come out in 2024, and then in 2025 you're gonna have a boatload of fucking running backs that come out that everybody wants a piece of.
the only thing I'll say is it could be the same draft that me and you talked about back in 2012, 2013. When did Mike Evans get drafted?
I think it was 2013. We're gonna fuck this up until we look it up. So what?
No, we're gonna fuck it up. Yeah, look it up.
Mike Evans draft class
It was the Odell. It was the Odell draft.
2014.
Okay, so we were out of high school. It was the first year me and you were in that. What did we say about that draft? That was
2014.
that was the worst fucking draft we had ever seen,
Yeah, we love you're talking about 2014, right?
and it
Yeah,
turned into
we loved the wide receivers, and that was it.
no, not even. We said that was the worst draft we ever this is before we were really good at what we were doing. Now, we're not even good still, but, like, we were like, "This draft fucking blows." Like, this draft sucks ass,
Yeah, but not the
and that turned out being one of the best drafts ever.
yeah, the wide receivers we were so excited for that we couldn't get behind anybody else. If you remember, because that
But we couldn't get behind anybody, period. We were still trying to figure out the Mike Evans and the Odells and shit. We didn't really know. I mean, the Giants were like, "Yeah, Giants got Odell," but, like, this kid's an LSU kid.
I'm about to blow your mind when you hear because you're forgetting who was in that class.
We've talked about it, and we're like, "How did this draft turn into what it turned into?" Looking at, like, the top, like, the first round, and it was nuts. Like,
So
we look at it now, we're like, back then, we're like, "How? Like,
no,
how'd this happen?"
Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr.,
Yep,
Brandon Cooks, Jarvis Landry, Allen Robinson. We were so excited for those wide receivers.
and these
I mean,
guys went
that's Sammy Watkins.
dead.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for the draft, we were like fucking so pumped for them, dude.
I know, we
There
were,
was there
but,
was
like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide receivers that went in the first round, 9 wide receivers that went in day 1 and day 2.
yeah.
It's there. That was
But, like, your
grand.
top draft picks were not offensive players, they weren't wide receivers. They were like, "This draft kinda blows."
In the first round.
Yeah, dude. Miles
104 Sammy Watkins, 107 Mike Evans, 112 Odell Beckham, the pick 20 overall Brandon Cooks. Then it went 28 Kelvin Benjamin to Carolina Panthers. Then Devontae Adams went 53.
So
Jarvis
is it
Landry,
yeah,
63.
is that's not the same draft as Myles Garrett, is it?
Hold
Because
on.
the Myles Garrett draft was the disappointing one that turned into, like,
No. I started
no.
saying I'm like, I don't it was somebody, but
Alright.
it wasn't Myles Garrett, it was Jadeveon Clowney.
Alright, so I'm on the wrong draft. Go to the Myles Garrett draft, because the Myles Garrett draft was the one we were like, "What is happening?" We were
Yeah.
like, "This is like a terrible," and it ended up being a phenomenal draft.
This is the same draft that Aaron Donald got drafted, Ryan Shazier, Zach Martin.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong draft.
This is one of the greatest drafts ever.
I'm on the wrong draft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was it. We're on the
the
men's this is
Myles
the
Garrett
Menzel.
draft. Go to the Myles Garrett draft. The Myles Garrett draft was the one that was like, we're like, "What is going on?" Like, it's and I think it ended up being, like, great.
17.
Yeah,
That was wild.
I remember we were watching that at Flanagan's, and we were like, "What is happening?"
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, What is this draft?" Yeah.
That was the Mitch that was the Patrick Mahomes draft. The Mitch Trubisky went 2
Yes.
overall for like the Bears are fucking idiots.
Yeah, we were all yeah, that was the year before Saquon, I believe.
Yeah. This is Leonard Fournette.
Yep, that's
Leonard
the
Fournette
year.
went 4th
That's
overall.
the year. Yep,
Corey
that's the
Davis went
year.
5th overall. Mike Williams went 7th overall. Yeah,
Yeah, we
these are
were
guys.
like, "What the fuck is what is happening?" Yeah, yeah, I'm way off. But yeah, that was the year I was thinking about. That
This is when I
Myles
was
Garrett draft was a fucking mess, dude. We were like, "What is going on?"
2017 is when everybody like there's 2 guys who I love. That was Marshawn Lattimore and John Ross. I
Yeah.
love John Ross.
Oh,
I'm calling
yeah,
a
John
dumbass for that.
Ross.
That didn't turn out. But I was like, I cannot believe that Mike Williams went over John Ross. I was so mad about that, which he ended up being a way better player. But I didn't understand who did I didn't understand we didn't understand Leonard Fournette over Christian McCaffrey. We thought
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette would be a boss, but Christian McCaffrey was fucking awesome. This is when people were still
Fournette was great, though, in college, man. He was unbelievable in college.
100%. But this is before it was almost like a Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson thing. Where like, I mean, me personally, I liked Jahmyr better because I thought he was a better pass catcher. That was the same thing with the Christian McCaffrey stuff. I love Christian McCaffrey over Leonard Fournette because I thought he was a better pass catcher, which Leonard Fournette did his fair share of pass catch too, if I remember right. But we hated that draft. I remember exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we were like, "What? Like, this draft sucks." I remember I literally were talking. We were like, what is this?"
That was the David Njoku draft too. I forgot about that. TJ Watt.
And there were some good players in it. Like, it turned out to be pretty damn good, but, like, the receivers and, like, a lot of the offensive players didn't turn out.
You know what I'm reading right now? I did not know he was that old. Garrett Bowles. Isn't it still a tackle for Denver?
He's still with Denver. No,
Yeah.
I think Garrett Bowles, did he retire?
He's 33.
Did he
No,
retire?
he's active. He's active.
So he's still with the A then.
9th season as a Denver Broncos. I can't believe that's his 9th season. I did not realize he was 33 years old. I thought he was like 28, 29.
Oh, he's been around, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's been out damn long.
Yeah, Garrett Bowles, that's kind of an undervalued pick.
Dude,
He's been
timeout.
okay, it's timeout, Ed. What the fuck?
Florida lost
Yeah, I know. I've already talked about it with Miranda. I'm pretty fucking pissed about it.
by a point. Way to fuck up my bracket,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
apparently, I think we missed a free throw or something. I don't fucking know. I
Holy
heard that. I
shit.
zoned out.
Damn, I had Florida play Arizona in the finals. All right, well, that's cooked. Oh, well. March Madness, always fun. Anyways, continue.
Okay, I've got so that's what I was trying to say about the Jags. It just seems like we knew this already, but a bunch of GMs are starting to pivot towards the 2027 draft, and I can't wait for it. So we were talking about the Dolphins and having their 2 picks and where we want to see it go. So there's 2 players we've talked about, and it got me going down a rabbit hole. I would love to see if we can't get the Miami tackle. I would love to see the Dolphins go Manzor Delane with their first pick. It's the
Who?
corner from LSU.
Oh, the corner. Yeah.
It's a guy that we did on our socials. We did a small profile. We did a profile on like 5 guys, but at the beginning of the college season before it started. And Manzor Delane was one of the guys. He transferred to LSU, and he's really under the radar. Like people still have like you just said, people have no idea that he's supposed to go this high. He's supposed to go this high. I love him. He seems like he's like destined to be a team captain and play corner for a team for at least give him 8 meaningful seasons. I'm really excited for him.
Let me
I would love
see.
to see the Dolphins go him. And then at the back of the first, we talked about last week. Who, you asked where I'd want to see the Dolphins go with the pick 30, I think is what we have. Pons, dude. Give me Pons.
You guys and this Pons kid.
I love him, dude.
I'm
I
so
love him.
sick of this Pons kid.
So whether you like him or not, that would mean we'd go cornerback with 2 of our first round picks. So it got me thinking, when was the last team that went corner twice in the first round? And it's never happened.
The 180. Tell the kid to come on.
He plays like there's a physical aspect to his play that I just love, dude.
He's fast as shit. He runs a 4.3.
He's so fun, dude. Pons is fun. Pons is fun.
I mean, he was playing offense. I got nothing against the kid. I'm just bullshitting. But he the kid's super talented. I just hope it translates to the NFL.
Well, we've already got.
I mean, there's so many other corners out there, man. I mean, you've got, shit. Realistically, Caleb Downs will probably be gone, but like, you got that Colton Hood kid, the kid from Tennessee. He's unreal, and you got Gerard McCoy.
I would love to see him too.
It's like Colton Hood or Gerard McCoy. Like those kids are disgusting. Like you've got looking else. Yeah, I guess Pons. I mean,
I think we'd be reaching a little bit for him, but I love him, dude.
Yeah, you got Delane, you got Downs, but still.
But it's agree or disagree.
30, man, that's a high. The kid's good. He's a talent. You can use him everywhere on the field. I get that, but like, I don't think if he goes to the Dolphins, that's not where he needs to go.
Who?
His talent, like nothing against the Dolphins, but like his talent and how he's going to be utilized, like that's not a Dolphins team. Like he needs to go to like a Rams team where you can do kind of like random shit like that, like a Jags team where you can do random.
What the fuck are you talking about? Pons?
Yeah, Pons, dude.
Yeah, you're losing me.
Dude, he was playing like on the offensive side of the ball in college.
Yeah. I fucking love Pons, dude. I think
that's what I'm saying though, but like I'm saying with the
you have no idea. We have no idea who the Dolphins are going to be this year. We have no clue.
No, not at all. But I'm saying like the
Dolphins are going to be. They got a modern head coach, and like I said, agree or not, I don't think it'll happen because there is a lot of needs we need to fill, and going double dipping on corner would be the first time it's ever happened in the first round. There is never
took Igbenogany like 6 years ago in the first round.
No, listen to what I'm saying. There has never been a team in NFL history that I could find, if I'm wrong here, I look like a fucking dumbass, that I could find, there has never been a team that double dipped on cornerback in the first round. How crazy is that?
Probably not.
No, I'm
I
saying
wouldn't
that's
doubt
pretty
that.
crazy. That's a stat. I started
Yeah.
looking at the lane and looking at ponds, and I asked myself, has there ever been a team that have like completely like attacked their cornerback room in the first round? And there has never been one. It's always been they grab a corner and they grab another player or another two other players and try to solidify the whole team. I could see us going corner just because it's definitely a need. If we do double up in corner on in the first round in April, we would be the first team to ever do that, which I thought was a wild stat. I thought that was crazy. There's never been two corners taken by the same team in the first round that I could find. Like I said, if I'm wrong, shout me out in the comments, call me a dumbass.
Probably hasn't happened. I
I think that's crazy.
guarantee it. Yeah, there's probably no way.
I think that's crazy because we already have players. We've attacked our D line. Obviously, we can do that more after losing Chubb and Phillips, but we have to do something about our corner. I don't think there's any chance we don't double up on corner in this draft somewhere. If we do it in the first round, it would be the first time ever.
Yeah. I mean, if you did that, it'd be sick. But I mean, if you get who you want. But yeah, I don't see it happening.
It would be a cool little stat. Just something I saw. It'd be a cool little stat if they end up doing it. We'd be the first ever, and we'd see how that worked out. Well, maybe that's why nobody's done it because it's a dumb thing to double up
Well,
on.
you know, if it's the Dolphins, why the fuck not? It's better than the Jets doing it.
We need corners, brother. So, Devin Fitzgerald, son of Larry Fitzgerald,
Okay.
has officially signed with Notre Dame.
Boo. Boo. Fuck
That's fun.
Notre Dame. Sorry, Kevin.
That's gonna be a fun one to watch this season, though.
Dude, the
I saw
Notre
that.
Dame.
I didn't even know that his son was at college or like college age yet.
The Notre Dame effect for me just fucks everything up. And there's nothing against Notre Dame, man. They usually put
Who's
it.
their QB next year? Do we know yet?
I have no idea. I have no clue. Dude, I don't know what Notre Dame is until the season starts, if I'm being completely honest with you. I really don't. Like, who they're playing, who they're beating, what they're doing, I don't fucking know. I really don't.
Oh,
And nothing against them. I mean, yeah,
this is it.
they win games, but I'm just like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know, and like I can't say I care. So it's kind of one of those things. It's just like it is what it is.
No, you're actually going to be excited for this because this is actually we need to watch some Notre Dame football next year.
They need a damn pocket passer instead of some guy that can just run around 60 yards for a touchdown and get killed.
Listen, CJ Carr. This is a kid they're talking about who's probably going to be a top pick if he has a good season. If he regresses, whatever. But he's looking at Google right now. No free ads. CJ Carr is projected as a starting quarterback for Notre Dame and is ranked as one of the top returning signal callers for the 2026 college season. He doesn't really have anything in the mix to challenge him on that. They're saying that he's going to be the play caller, but they're saying that he's going to be a high pick in 2026 or the 2027 draft. What I don't know if is he related to any of the Carrs?
Maybe. Is he got 2 R's in his last name?
No, not
Maybe.
related. Not related. So I think that's probably good.
That means he might be. That mean
It might be sick. Yeah. No, I think so. We're gonna be watching CJ Carr throw to possibly true freshman Larry Fitzgerald's son this upcoming season, which is fun. That's something to look forward to. I saw that this week, and I think it's either he officially committed. I think
I mean, hopefully he's actually good because Jerry Rice's son was ass.
yeah, he was pretty bad. Brendan Rice or what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I understand, Devin Fitzgerald will be playing for Notre Dame starting this September. That's something fun we can look forward to watching, especially being a true freshman. See if he's got any juice. Okay, this kind of blew up this week, or at least if people know about this kid, then I was a little late to the party. UTSA's, I think I'm spelling this or I'm saying this right. Jaffer Murphy, Jaffer Murphy. This is supposedly their kicker. Ran a 4.5 at his pro day and also kicked a 70-yard field goal. Tell me how wild that is. I probably should have deep dove this kid or at least looked at a little more information on this kid because I might be completely fucking this up. This might be just like their running back who kicked a 70-yard field goal. Doesn't matter to me. Kid nailed a 70-yard field goal and then ran a 4.5. Okay?
Jaffer Murphy.
Jaffer Murphy. Kid looks
Jaffer
ripped.
E. Murphy. Eagles make trip to see insane special teams prospect.
Yeah. How fucking nuts is that? That's you literally have on every fucking kickoff.
He's a kicker?
He's a kicker. From what I understand, he's a kicker. He nailed a 70-yard field goal. How is he not a kicker?
He's a place kicker. Who the fuck?
Can you imagine having this kid on kickoffs? Like you've got one of the faster defenders on the team that's kicking the ball
from 6'1".
Have you seen a picture of this kid yet?
I'm looking at it right now.
This kid is awesome, dude. So this begs the question: Is he now? Is he about to be the new face of, the new Taysom Hill, where you can play him at QB or tight end?
Probably.
Like, am I going to put this kid as like? I mean, where?
There's nothing on this kid.
I know. That's why I looked a little bit and I couldn't really find much, but this is what people are talking about this week, that this kid is fucking amazing. He kicked a 70-yard field goal, and that is this going to be the new best kicker to have? Because he's going to be he's nailing 70-yard field goals and then going for fucking running jet sweeps.
But he's not a kicker though. He was a quarterback.
This crazy. How is he not a kicker and he's nailing 70-yard field goals?
He is a quarterback. He's listed as a quarterback on the roster.
So he's just one of those athletes like how they do with the
kicker. He kicked one extra point. He's got zero. Dude, he has 0 stats. He kicked one extra point against FIU. And there's nothing else on it. All it says is switch player, and he's under UTSA quarterback.
Well, he went 12 for 13 for field goals. One went 70 yards at his pro day. So I don't know why he was even kicking field. I don't understand who this kid is. I don't understand what he's supposed to be. I don't understand if he's going to get drafted or if there's. Why the fuck would he not get looked at as some kind of hey, let's bring him in for fucking, let's bring him in and see what he can do.
And he's going viral for his sub 40-yard dash. Fuck if I know.
I mean, even if you bring him in as a, like you said, like a place kicker for kickoffs, and you've got like I said, you're basically putting an extra defender on the field with his speed. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? And then you've got an emergency kicker if your kicker gets hurt. Like the Giants should pick this kid up.
Why wouldn't anybody pick him up?
Yeah, I mean, just to have that in your back pocket, we got a kid that's sitting on the bench that can kick a 70-yarder for us if we needed him to. That's just crazy, dude. Like I said, I don't know anything about this guy's story. I don't know why he didn't kick in games, but I don't know why he did this at his pro day. It's probably all AI, and we're getting fucked with. But
is he coming draft?
Yeah, he's at his pro day, apparently.
He won't get drafted. There's no way.
This is a pretty interesting story to follow, though. Like I said, this is going to be fun.
Kicker ran 40-yard dash, went 12 for 13 on field goals. Pro day, multiple NFL teams already checking in on our former soccer player. Shocker.
There you go.
He looks like a fucking soccer player.
I'm saying if you're just using this kid,
I gotta look into this
for kickoffs. I mean, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. I mean, he's got
a kick returner.
Huh?
Just make him a kick returner. Fuck the kickoffs. Make him a fucking returner. Why not?
I'm saying from a defensive point of view on special teams, like you're kicking instead of your slow ass 5 foot, or 5'8" fucking place kicker. You've got this kid who's an athletic build that is running 4.5. That you've got an extra defender on the field. That's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's like I mean, it's like almost unheard of. Like I've never even knew this could be a thing.
He played at Florida Gulf Coast. He's a Florida kid.
Oh, soccer, not football. obviously.
2023, attended Florida Gulf Coast as a member of the Eagles soccer team, appeared in 11 games, made 3 starts, total 1 goal, 1 assist.
Interesting fucking kid to watch is all I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be a story to keep up with. It might be nothing. He might not even go to a, he might not even spend camp with anybody, but this will be fun to watch if he ends up somebody throws a pick at him in the 7th round.
He was nasty in fucking high school in soccer, apparently. Just couldn't cut it in fucking college. 46 goals and 13 assists his junior year. First team All-State. Fucking keep playing soccer for us. Shit.
Very interesting prospect though. Like I said, it kind of blew up there for a minute. I saw a bunch of people retweeting it. Thought it was pretty interesting, so I figured you'd like to hear about him.
This this quarterback shit still got me fucking thrown for a loop though, because I don't really know what to think about any of these guys right now.
You talking about?
Just the quarterbacks, period, man.
Do you
Uh,
remember? Do you remember this? I'm sorry, but I just remember I had this little side note. I didn't take a lot of notes on him, so I don't have any of his stats or anything. Do you remember when they were? I think it was talking about Heisman. That they were for at least a second. They were talking about this Jacob Rodriguez kid, the linebacker for Texas Tech. Do you
news
remember?
to me.
Apparently, he's fucking nasty. Let's pull up his stats. Fuck it, man. We'll give the people some great content and watch us look at our fucking phones. 63 solo tackles this year, 65 assists. He had 1 sack, 7 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. He had 4 interceptions, 6 pass defense. The kid is gonna be fucking awesome, I think. This is almost like an old school, like, Zach Thomas, great linebackers, dude. Like, he's got me excited. What I was hoping you could fill the blanket on me because I did not do enough research on this. What was up with him? You don't remember if he was getting argued for Heisman or not?
What
Jacob
was his
Rodriguez.
name?
Jacob Rodriguez. He was a Texas Tech linebacker.
You're from Texas Tech?
Yeah, I almost swear that they were talking about like they Texas Tech fans are trying to argue that he deserved a Heisman vote. I don't think that ever materialized, but what got me looking into this word make me bring it up. I'm sorry to the viewers. He's supposed to be going like middle to back of the 2nd round. And this kid like was a stud, dude. I think he's getting slept on right now, NFL wise.
I mean, he'll probably go to a team like the Steelers or something and turn to like an all pro, but
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, great story the kid had. Apparently, he was really, down bad, sleeping on floors or something that I heard, and then ended up like getting Heisman contention. Like they were legitimately for at least a week talking about him being a possible Heisman candidate. Like I said, I don't think it ever materialized. But when I started looking at this kid's stats, holy shit, man! I think this kid is getting fucking slept on, in as far as these mock drafts that these experts are making. I was hoping you knew a little bit more about him because I think we've talked about him before, but
no, I honestly haven't heard nothing about him. So that's somebody I got to look at too.
that's gonna be you watch Jacob Rodriguez, and I'm gonna pull up some defensive players that look this week. I think we need to start winding down though because I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm getting tired, and I want to go hang myself from this UF game.
Yeah, that 1 point hurts my bracket too, pal. Thought
Yeah,
Florida was going all the way again this year.
my phone's blowing up a little bit.
Oh, I know they're letting you hear it.
Yeah, so I just from what I've seen, it sounds like it was pretty painful because they are definitely rubbing it.
Dude, they even play. I don't even know.
They were playing at Iowa.
Oh, they played Iowa. Like
Yeah,
actually University of Iowa.
say what?
Guys.
Yeah. Um,
Fuck.
and
1 versus 9?
yeah, well, this what the big talk going into it was, that like UF played the fastest out of all the teams, um, and Iowa plays the slowest. They waste that clock. So it was kind of interesting going in to see who came out on top, and obviously, it was not the fucking Gators. So
You know
good
what's
job,
funny
Iowa.
though? Is
Boring
that
as
I guess they play the same fucking way in every fucking sport.
yeah. No, I
Look
know,
at
right?
their fucking
You're right.
football team, dude. Like, they
Yeah.
play the same fucking game, defense, run the fucking clock out, like, that's all they fucking do.
Like, "Oh, should we make this exciting? No, let's just, make this an absolute snooze fest to watch."
As boring as possible. Yep.
Yeah, get in and out of here as quick as possible.
Fucking ass. Well, they
So,
got nothing else to look forward to. What's in Iowa? What are they making? They're making potatoes tomorrow. They might be making a mash tomorrow now that they won, so who the hell knows?
yeah, bro, I hope they get fucking blight.
Who are they? I don't even know who the fuck they're playing next. That's insane though. Like, honestly, I thought Florida was going fucking far again. Like, I could have swore they would have fucking went that far again. They were blowing teams out to start. Shit.
Yeah, they played fast, dude. They played fast and like I said, Iowa was able to control the game, control the clock, control the game, whatever. Like I said, I'm not a fucking basketball fan. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how it
Me
looked.
either.
Every possession I saw them have when I was watching before we got on, they were just it went down to the last 5 seconds of the shot clock every single time.
Did it go over at least? What was the over under?
Probably went over.
Let's find out. They gave me a $10 bonus bet tonight, so it's gonna be
73 to 72, I would think it went over.
73, 72. Yeah.
Oh, dude, look
Mm.
at that. Yeah, this is gonna be fucking fun. I wasn't even
No, it's
drinking
already
tonight,
dead.
but I'm gonna fucking be drinking after this. Look
Uh,
at the look at the look probability.
oh, jeez.
That's not
Oh,
fun.
and you know what? My bet died at the St. John's game, Kansas. I had over 139 and a half, and it was 132.
No way, dude. Yeah. The over was at 146 and a half. They scored, combined 145.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's painful.
it's that's the bracket, bud. That's college basketball. You never know what the hell you're gonna get with these guys.
It's March Madness, buddy.
Yeah. I honestly, like, Maddie'll just laugh at me every time I play. She's like, "College basketball? I'm not watching this shit." I'm like, "Alright." I'll put it
It's
on.
fun to watch, dude. It is fun to watch. To not have a other than UF, to not give a fuck who wins or loses, like,
Well,
truly.
no, it's fun to watch, like, the crazy games. Like, "Alright, I got a good game here." I'll throw some of
Yeah,
those
that's
on.
what I'm saying. I can just watch sports when I'm watching college basketball. I don't fucking
That's what I'm
follow it.
saying, and
I don't
you're
know who these
just
people
you're just
are.
watching.
It's just entertainment to me. You know, I'm not
Yep.
stressed about it. I'm not gonna fucking bet on it, nothing. I don't even wanna touch it. I'd probably be better betting on this than anything else just because 'cause I'm going off of just feels.
The soccer game last night already had me fucking, like,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
so we need to change the name of this podcast because, like, we talked
it's
about
wild.
football and college basketball today. I
Oh,
mean,
don't worry,
how diverse are we?
we also have hockey playoffs coming up very soon, and hockey right now is a fucking dude, it's a mess. Like, it is, yeah, it's a gauntlet. The East is a gauntlet, and, dude, everything in the NHL right now is a shit show. Like, these teams, like, the Panthers aren't getting in, Toronto's dead, the Rangers are dead, like, it's nuts on, like, what's happening right now. So,
Give it to is it a gong show?
it's a gong show, dude. It's a fucking gong show. Yeah,
Gong
it
show of
really
the
is.
gong show of the week.
Yeah, do a little bit of your research, because I know Bryce is in on it a little bit. I don't know if he's watching hockey or not, but I mean, I watch all like, every day if it's on. But yeah, we're gonna have to float around a few things, or maybe do like a separate like break on the cast, and just be like, hey, like, this is a situation with hockey right now. This is kind of nuts. Like, we need to keep track of this. Like, I wish we were kind of doing this like your wedding time with
Yeah,
like the Olympics and USA. Like, that was nuts. USA, cheers to that one.
yeah. Hell yeah, buddy. That was fucking awesome.
And cheers to our women's team, gold medal, and cheers to our Paralympic men's fucking hockey team as well. 3 golds in hockey.
Yeah.
Paralympics, women's and men's. So cheers.
Where would I be without the Paralympic or women's hockey?
They're fucking better than you, so fuck yourself.
I'm not gonna get on here and say I'm better than them. That's for sure. I can't even skate without those little fucking little things they give
Yeah,
the
I
4
put
year
you on a
olds.
scooter. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I need to give me a steering wheel for that thing.
Yeah, we can try. We can try.
I thought it was fucking crazy because I think women's already won gold by the time men's won gold. I didn't even fucking know until men's
Dude,
won.
the women's won the gold when I was on the way down to your wedding. Like that day.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, like I said, everybody give me a break because I had a lot going on. But
Yeah, no, I gave you a pass on that. When the men's won the day when I was on the way back up, I was having a party in the car. So
well, listen, let's wrap it up. I'm gonna hit you up this week. We'll probably we'll get Bryce on here Tuesday. You still down for Tuesday?
yeah, it should be good for Tuesday. We'll let you know the schedule, but count me in.
Friday hits, the mics are hot, the boys roll in. Crack a cold one, let the bullshit begin. NFL Sunday, college Saturdays too. Fantasy drafts got us scheming what to do. Talking spread, teasers, money line plays. Who's covering the number? Who's getting paid? One guy's ranting about his WI core. Another swearing off the Chiefs forevermore. Fluent football, yeah, we flew it in the game. Talking pigskin props and pick six shame. They're in the cup, lives in the air. Bullshit about football, we just don't care. From kickoff to the final whistle blow, we're fluent in the chaos, let the good times flow. Fluent football podcast, turn it up loud. Just a crew of degenerates, football proud. He's yelling, start your studs, but his Arby's on by. Someone trying to flip for trades where it's a steal, no lie. College ball chaos, upsets every week. Group chat blowing up, the underdog squeaks. Bets going sideways, Polly's passion burn, but we chase the next one, live and learn. Pass another round, debate the Heisman race. Who's the real MVP? Put it in our face. Fluent football, yeah, we flew it in the game. Talking big skin props and dick sick shame. Beer in the cup, laughs in the air. Bullshit about football, we just don't care. From kickoff to the final whistle blow, we're fluent in the chaos, let the good times flow. Fluent football podcast, turn it up loud. Just a crew of degenerates, football proud. No hot takes scripted, no producer cut. Just our opinion, sometimes we get shut. One more beer, one more what if dream. Monday night, a recap, still chasing the green. We ain't experts, but we know what we like. Grit, Aaron gospel preached on a Friday night. Fluent football, yeah, we fluent in the game. Fluent football, beer bats and no shame. From the tailgate to the couch, we ride or die. Talking football till the sun comes up high. Fluent football podcast, raise your glass high. To the boys, the brews, and the beautiful lie. That this week we're finally gonna win big. Fluent forever, yeah, that's our gig.